best livestock farming business? Well, yes and also no, and I'm going to be explaining why I said that. When it comes to people who have very little capital that want to start up a livestock farm, if you have a little capital and you want to start up livestock farming, like you want to own a farm, rabbit farming is one of the best options for you, like for you to start up with. It's one of the best options. Like no other farming business reaches it. The reason why I said that, like for people that have very little capital, is that rabbits eat grasses. And when it comes to grasses, you don't buy them. You can just cut them, especially if you're someone in the rural areas, or if your area is where you can get grasses from. You can always get unlimited grasses for your rabbits. Like, it's something you don't buy. But let's talk about like poultry. You always need your feeds. You always need feeds 24/7. Fish farming, you always need feeds too. But with the rabbits, yes, you need feeds with the rabbit too. But a day that you don't have feeds, you can also give them grasses, and they're still going to be eating it, and they are going to be doing very, very well. As you can see, what I'm feeding them this morning is grasses. And with the system I've adopted here, as I've put in the grasses, I'm done for the day. Maybe I put in a little feed into their J feeders, then I'm done. They have their water here with these nipples, and boom, the day is gone. But with the poultry, if you're doing poultry farming, you're going to need feed for sure. It's not like I'm talking down on poultry farming, but when it comes to like sales, like marketing, poultry farming is way ahead of rabbit farming when it comes to sales and marketing, and people who have started embracing it. Because for rabbit farming, not a lot of people know that you can eat this rabbit. Because yes, you can eat rabbit actually, but not a lot of people know that you can eat it. But with poultry farming, everyone know that chicken is eatable. But when it comes to limited capital, like you have little capital and you want to start up a livestock business, rabbit farming is the best way for you to go. So what I basically feed my rabbits are these feeds, as you can see. So I formulate my own rabbit feed. It's really, really easy to feed them. This particular female here gave birth, and she gave birth to 7 babies. I increase her feed. On a normal day, I feed them 1.5 of this or 1 of this, depending. So, but for this particular female now, she has given birth. I'm going to increase it to 2. So I'm going to be giving her 2 cups of this. Then for the rest of the rabbits, I'm going to be giving them 1.5. So a female that has given birth, you need to increase their ration because she has babies to breastfeed, definitely. So as she's eating, her babies are going to be taking theirs too from the breast. Yeah, so you need to increase her ration. But for the rest of the rabbits, you can give them 1 or 2 of this is okay. Then if you have feed or hay, you can still mix it up for them. One of the few things that will guarantee your success in rabbit farming is cleanliness. And once your rabbit cages are clean, then you are like 50% in, because majority of the disease that happens to rabbits comes from their droppings, like their environment. So if you keep your rabbit environment very clean, the rabbits are going to be very, very good. Rabbits hardly get sick, but it is said that about 60 to 70% of diseases that happen to them come from their droppings. Like let's take for instance, like the mange disease. The mange disease is when maybe your rabbit nose is rusted or the ear is rusted. I'll be putting some pictures so you can see. This disease is formed through the bacteria that are caused by their droppings. Like if you keep it too much here, if you allow this dropping to stay here like for 1 or 2 weeks, and it will start forming these bacteria now form insects that get into this rabbit nose and cause some of these diseases, or their ear. Since their ear are open, they get into the ear or the nose and they cause some of these diseases for them. But if you clean it regularly, let's say you clean it like 2 to 3 times every week, you hardly be seeing stuff like that. In my rabbit farm, I don't get diseases like that because of how clean it is. If you look at my rabbits, you notice that they are really, really clean and they are really neat. So if you are going into rabbit farming, you need to take this into consideration. If you are not able to have time to clean it, at least look for someone that can be doing it for you at least 2 to 3 times a week. So it takes me just less than 20 to 30 minutes to take care of all these rabbits here, the day I'm not cleaning. So for those of you guys that will say it will take you a lot of time to clean, to feed the rabbit, it doesn't take me so much time. With the way I've set up my farm, I feed the rabbits with ease. Like once I fill up that water tank up there, I can just put the rabbit feeds in these feeders individually, and it will take me just less time. I just put here, and I'm gone. Once that tank is full, all the rabbits here are going to have water, because I adopted the nipple drinker system. If you notice, my rabbits are using the nipple drinkers. And when they put their mouth in here, they can drink water from here. So that way, it's very, very easy for me to feed my rabbits, and it doesn't take me so much time, especially for the day I'm not cleaning up. But with the day I'm cleaning up, I can just give them about 1 hour and I'm gone. So even if you are a civil servant or you have something doing like a 9-to-5 job, something like that, you can still have a rabbit farm in your home and it's still going to do very, very well. I feed my rabbit just once a day. You can decide to feed yours 2 or 3 times a day. But for mine, I feed them just once a day and they still do really well. So it doesn't really matter. It's just for you to adopt a method that works for you. For me, I feed my rabbits 100 grams of feed a day. If it is a day I want to give them leaves, like as you can see up here, I have some leaves up here that I gave to them. So they pick it up from this up. As you can see, the rabbit is trying to eat it from this up. So I just put it up there and the rabbit eats it. So if it is the day I want to give them the leaf, I put the leaf for them and I give them their feed and off I go to anywhere I want to go. I don't need to stay here the full day to look after them. So they are very, very stress-free. They are very good animals to keep. Now I want to be telling you guys a bit about rabbits. Let's say you want to start up rabbit farming now, and you have your rabbits already, and you have the cages, and you have the feeders, like you have the basic things, because I've made a video showing you guys everything you need to know about rabbit farming. I'm going to be linking it in the description box so that you can see everything you need to know about rabbit farming. I've made that video. Let's say you follow that video and you have all the basic things that I listed out there and you followed all those steps and you want to start. I want to be telling you guys a few things you need to put into consideration. You have a rabbit, a male and a female rabbit now, and you say, okay, let's say like they are up to maturity and you want to breed them. You need to take the female to the male's cage. You don't take the male to the female cage. Let's take, for instance, this rabbit up here is a female and this one down here is a male. If you want to breed this particular rabbit, which is a female, you take this female and put it in here. The male is going to breed it. After 3 successful falls off, you know that the female rabbit is pregnant. Their pregnancy period is just 1 month. After 1 month, the rabbit is going to give birth. Then you have a lot of babies in your farm. Now you can see all these rabbits in here. They are bunnies, like they are winners. They are very small. You can see they are less than 1 month old. And 1 female rabbit gave birth to all of them. There are 7 of them inside here. Now just imagine that you can get 7 like this every single month from, even if you have 2 rabbits. If you have 2 rabbits, once in 3 months, you should be able to be making the female rabbits give birth. If you have 2 female rabbits, once in every 3 months, they should be able to be giving birth to babies as beautiful as these ones are. You see how these ones are? I have some Harlequins here and I have some black breeds here. I've not been able to tell this, the breed this is yet till they grow, so I can differentiate them. You can see there are 7 of them in here. So right now I need to feed them, and I still feed them with my feeds. With the little rabbits, I hardly give them grasses. With the little rabbits, I hardly give them grasses. So I feed them with my feeds, as you guys can see. So I'm going to be putting them in here so they can eat. You see how beautiful they are looking while eating. So, isn't this looking so good to you? Now, the space you are seeing all these rabbits here is a very little space. That's where I've been able to keep all these many rabbits. So for you also who want to start rabbit farming and you don't have so much space, you don't need to have all the space in the world. You don't need to have all the money in the world to go into rabbit farming. Now, let me tell you a little bit of how I started my rabbit farm. When I started my rabbit farm in 2022, I had very limited space and very little money. In short, I just started my rabbit farm with just 2 rabbits. And these 2 rabbits, I didn't get 2 of them at the same time. I got the female first and later on I got the male. When I got the female, I got it as a result of, I just wanted to have rabbits. I didn't really see it as a business. But when I got this female, I was hoping on one of my friend's male to be breeding my rabbits. So I got the female and I bred it with my friend's male. You know this thing where you take your female to your friend's house to go and breed it? That's the way I was doing it. And after 2 times, I crossed it 2 times and the rabbit didn't give birth. And I thought of it, I said, how long will I keep doing this? Then I saved up some money and I was able to get a male rabbit. And after getting that male rabbit, 1 month into getting the male rabbit, my female rabbit was now pregnant. And the first baby I ever had was 4 rabbits. 4 babies. The female gave birth to 4. And because of very little experience or very little knowledge about rabbit farming, I lost all the 4 babies. Like, all of them died. And I was like, am I going to continue this? Like, you know, this thing where you have been waiting for like 6 months and your first ever rabbits giving birth, all of them died. So my friend now told me not to worry, I should continue. So I continued, and I was learning a lot. I was going to YouTube, I was going to Facebook, I was learning a lot online. Just the way you're watching this video now and you're learning from what I'm saying. That's the same way I was learning from what other people were saying, because I had very little knowledge about it. And I was able to still keeping my rabbit, and my rabbit now gave birth again. And the second babies he gave birth to was 6 babies, and all the 6 babies survived that second time. From there, I now started getting some other breeds, because the breeds I started with, they were local rabbits. They were not fast growing. So I learned it from one guy on YouTube that if you are keeping local rabbit, then you are making a very, very big mistake. So I now got some female rabbits, some hybrid female rabbits from a particular farmer in my state. I now got the hybrid female rabbit, and I kept it. And I saw the differences from what I was doing before, like the locals. I saw the difference in growth and everything. So now I changed every rabbit in my farm. I sold out all the local rabbits. I slaughtered some, and I now changed all of them to hybrids. Since then till now, I've been able to do hybrid rabbit. Just from starting with just 2 rabbits, I've been able to have all of this, and I've sold a lot of rabbits, like a lot, a whole lot. I can't even count the number of rabbits I've sold out from this little farm you are seeing here, and I've been able to make a lot of money from this farm. Now let's talk about production and profitability when it comes to your rabbit farm. Now, when it comes to production, your female rabbit is definitely the one that are going to be giving birth. So let's say you breed the male and the female together on the 1st of January. By the 1st of February, it's supposed to give birth, because their pregnancy period is approximately 1 month. Now, when your rabbit is going to give birth, like when your rabbit is reaching the eve of giving birth, there's some few things you need to do so that the female rabbit is going to give birth very, very well. Now, we have what we call the nesting box, your rabbit nesting box. The nesting box is a box whereby you put for your female rabbit when she wants to give birth. Like, that's where she's going to put her babies, especially for the females that are good mothers, because you know, definitely with animals we have good mothers and bad mothers, even in humans too. So some females are good mothers. If you put in the nesting box for them into their cage, they are going to give birth to their babies there. Why are they going to give birth inside there? Now, naturally, rabbits like hidden places, especially when it comes to their babies. In the wild, when they want to give birth, they dig the ground and hide their kids in the ground. Like they give birth inside the ground. So with the nesting box, the nesting box is going to be the only hidden place inside their cage. Because the nesting box is like a box whereby it's hidden a bit, unlike their cage that is just exposed. So if you put in the nesting box into the rabbit cage, the nesting box is like going to be the only hidden place inside their cage. So they are going to be forced to hide their kids inside there, for those ones that are the good mothers. So when they give birth and they put their kids inside the nesting box, they're going to remove some of their hair. They're going to pull their fur, that's remove their hair and cover the kids. I'm going to be showing you guys one as an example on the screen, so that you're going to see. So they're going to be covering their kids with their hair and also breastfeeding them. Now, if you see a female rabbit that you put in the nesting box, you did all the necessary things, because the nesting box is supposed to be put in inside the rabbit cage by day 27. So you put in the nesting box, you did all the necessary things, but the rabbit still did not give birth inside the box. Females like that are almost maybe first-time mothers, or females that like don't care, because definitely some animals, they don't care, like they don't care about their kids. But mostly you would see this in first-time mothers, because they don't really know what to do. They're still new into giving birth. So like, let me just say, they're still naive when it comes to for them giving birth to their babies. So they are going to maybe give birth on the wire mesh and not give birth into the nesting box. Like this particular one here, she's a first-time mother. She's the first-time mother, so she gave birth on the floor. And I separated her babies, I kept it inside the house, and I'm doing what we call force feeding. So force feeding is basically taking your female rabbit to the babies when it's time for them to breastfeed. So I do this 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening for the female rabbit that did not give birth well, especially the first-time mothers. But for the female rabbit that gave birth well, you just look at them, they'll pull their fur, give birth inside the nesting box, and their babies are going to be doing just fine. Come in, let me show you some of the rabbits that gave birth. Now, this particular female rabbit here gave birth like 3 days ago. So her babies are inside this nesting box. This is what we call the nesting box. Her babies are inside here. She gave birth to 7 babies. Her babies are all inside this nesting box. Now, this particular one here gave birth to 5 babies. Same 3 days ago, because I crossed them the same day. Same 3 days ago. But this particular one did not remove her fur. Like, she did not remove her hair. So I am doing what we call force feeding for this particular one. But for this one, she removed her hair. She gave birth inside the nesting box. And I noticed she's also breastfeeding the babies. So I'm not doing force feeding. I allowed this one to take care of her babies. And for this one, I am the one taking care of her own babies for her. Because she's a first-time mother, she's still naive. Even if she's not a first-time mother, some females tend to do like that. So you need to observe. Did she give birth inside the nesting box? Did she pull her fur? Is she breastfeeding the babies? Because sometimes they might give birth inside the nesting box, they will not pull their fur, but they will still breastfeed. Sometimes they'll give birth on the floor. If you take them inside the nesting box and remove their fur and put there, they will still breastfeed. Sometimes, even if they give birth on the floor, they will put their fur and put on the floor. They will not put it in the nesting box and they will still breastfeed. But you need to know the most important thing is for them to breastfeed, but don't let them stay on the floor. If she gives birth on the floor, put it in the nesting box and observe it by yourself. Is she going to breastfeed? But if you notice she's not breastfeeding them, the way you can know she's breastfeeding them is that if you look at the newborn babies, their stomach becomes round. It becomes round and big. That way you know that she's breastfeeding. You hardly see them breastfeeding their babies. So if you want to like look at them and say, I want to stand and see when she's going to breastfeed, you hardly not see, because they tend to breastfeed when you are not around or at night, something like that. That's when they will tend to breastfeed their babies. At night or when you are not around, when everywhere is quiet, they go in and breastfeed. So the way you can only know is when you come, check the rabbit nipples. You might know that, okay, her nipples look somehow reddish. That means the kids have sucked. Or the babies, their belly is bulky, like their belly is big. That way you can know that, okay, they have actually sucked. Now, for this one, I'm leaving her babies with her. But for this one, I'm doing force feeding. And I'm going to be showing you guys how I do this force feeding. So now, let me show you guys how to force feed the rabbits in case you want to force feed. Now, these are her babies. I separated them from her because I noticed she might not breastfeed them. So I'm the one that have been doing the force feeding by myself. Now, if you want to force feed a rabbit, you take the female rabbit. Now, this is the right way to hold a female rabbit. This is the right way to hold a rabbit. Hold it at the back, then support your hand. Never you hold a rabbit on the ear. So this is the right way to hold it. Then come so you can show them in here. Video in here. You can see the babies. I will just put her inside. Now the babies will come towards her breast and they will start sucking. Now these are the babies. You can see. They'll come towards her breast area and they'll start sucking. Now her breast is under. When once they perceive the smell of her breast, they'll just come because they know I have put the female for them. Now, this is how I do it. I'll do it like this, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, and that's done for the whole day. 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening. As you guys can see, now this is how I'm going to be force feeding. So you can come and show them in here again. Now, if you notice, all the babies are under their mother. All of them are under. There's no one you are going to be seeing around. All of them are under, struggling for breast milk, struggling to suck, struggling to get some milk. Now, this is what we call the force feeding box, and you put the mother there. Now, the reason why I separated the kids from her is because when she gave birth, she did not pull her hair. She did not remove her hair. All this hair you are seeing inside here, I was the one who used my hand to drag it out of her body so that I can use it to cover the kids from cold. You see? So that's what I did basically, so I can use it to cover the kids from cold. Now, there is also something you need when you want to start up your rabbit farm, which is this scale here. Now, why do you need this scale? You need this scale. This scale is going to help you to tell most times if your rabbit is pregnant, especially for those of you guys who are just going into rabbit farming newly. You might not be able to palpate your rabbit. When I say palpate, I mean touching your rabbit's stomach to know if it's pregnant. But this scale is going to help you to do that, and also to know when your rabbit is gaining weight and when your rabbit is losing weight. Now, let's talk about the pregnancy first, how this scale helps. Let's say you want to breed your rabbit and you scale your rabbit and you see that, okay, your rabbit is at maybe 2 kg or 3 kg when you breed it. Then after like 3 weeks, you notice that rabbit increased to like maybe 2.5 kg or like 2.4 kg, then you should know that, okay, that particular rabbit is pregnant. Now, this is the scale here. This is the scale here I use. Now, we have a lot of them here. We have a lot of them here. In case you want to buy, you can message us on the number on the screen and we are going to send it down to your location. You can message us. We have the scale here. If you want to buy this rabbit scale or rabbit nipple drinker, this rabbit nipple drinkers or the hose, in short, any accessories about rabbit farming, you can message us on the number and we are going to send it out to you. Just tell us, okay, I want to buy this item. Message us and tell us, here is your location and you want to buy this item, and we are going to reach out to you and tell you, okay, this is how much it is and this is how much it is. Now let me show you how to use this scale. So now, how do you use this scale in case you have one? Just turn it on like this. When you turn it on, it's set in kg. Then you just hang it in a particular place. Let's say like here, this is where we scale our own. Then you put in a bucket. Put in a bucket right here. As I put in this bucket, you notice that it's showing like 0.4 kg. I'm going to click on this star to clear it. So I've cleared the weight of this bucket. I've cleared the weight of this bucket. Now I'm going to take a grower rabbit here. Let's say I want to scale this particular grower rabbit. I'm going to take it, then put it inside this bucket here now. Put it inside this bucket now. You are going to see the weight of this particular rabbit is locked. Now, why this scale is very good is once you put something inside of it, as far as it has measured the weight of that particular thing, even if the thing is shaking, it will already lock and show you the weight there. So as you can see, this rabbit is 2.09 kg. This rabbit is a grower rabbit. It's 3 months old. It's 2.09 kg. Let's say, for instance, this was a female I want to breed. If I breed it and I notice the increase in weight after like 3 weeks of breeding it, I'll know that that particular rabbit is pregnant. So this scale is going to help you a lot, and also to know how your rabbit's growth is doing, if they are doing just fine. If normally your feed used to give you 2 kg or 3 kg in 2 months or 3 months, but it's no more giving you, you should start from there and start tracing down why it's not giving you that particular kg. So that's why you really need this scale. This scale is going to help you a lot in case if you are starting rabbit farming. So if you enjoyed this video and learned something from it and want more videos like this, like and subscribe to this channel, and also share this video to your friends who want to start up livestock farming. Like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that when I post any other video just like this, you get notified on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.